Hi there! Today we're going to be exploring how you can create stunning watercolor style paintings using only the standard brushes available in Procreate. If you're using the standard brushes in the brush library on Procreate, it's totally achievable to get great watercolor results. But keep in mind, using brushes specifically designed for watercolor painting on Procreate can yield even better outcomes. Let's dive into how you can make the most of what you have and still produce amazing digital watercolor art. Let's start with our canvas, the paper texture. It's crucial for achieving that authentic watercolor look. You can find loads of free watercolor paper textures online as images, or even scan and use your own. I've popped a link for the watercolor paper that I'm using in the description below. To import the watercolor paper texture, click on the wrench tool, insert a photo, and add your saved watercolor paper from your gallery. Now you're going to enlarge that so that it fits your digital canvas size. Simply stretch it out like this. Oh, Perry. Once you've covered your entire canvas, you're going to now change the blend mode to multiply. You're then going to add a new layer and drag it below your watercolor texture layer. Multiply means that whatever you paint underneath will shine through with the effect of that lovely watercolor texture. We're now going to look at brushes in your brush library. Some of the brushes I love to use for watercolor painting include the Peppermint brush in the sketching brushes. I'm going to just choose a lead color for this. The Peppermint has a lovely texture and it's quite nice when you first start outlining your image that you're going to watercolor paint. If you can see here, really feels like an authentic sketching pencil. You can see the texture up close. Right, the second brush that I like to use for sketching and for drawing that first outline of my watercolor painting is the 6B. The 6B pencil is a lot darker, a lot denser, and it's quite nice for having quite dark lines. I often find this helps create sharp edges in my watercolor painting. I also quite frequently use the Tinderbox brush under inking. This has also got a lovely texture to it, as well as the Syrup brush. This is lovely for edges and you can see it's pressure sensitive. Okay, we've looked at brushes that are great for the sketching out part of your watercolor painting. Now we're going to start looking at brushes that are suitable for the actual watercolor painting part. The Morilla brush from the drawing tab lays down beautiful color washes. In fact, I find this to be the closest thing to a real watercolor brush. In fact, what's really lovely about this is that you can layer this brush, and because it has quite a high opacity, it creates a shadow-like effect where the brush strokes meet. For building up shadows and blending, I like to use the Tamar brush, which is found under the painting brush set. If you have a look here, it really deepens your shadow areas. And it's also got a lovely textured effect. For a very smooth watercolor effect, you can use the gouache brush. This can smooth out surfaces, you can go over your watercolor areas. So that's another great brush to use in combination with the first two. Okay, now that we've got our brushes out of the way, let's put it all together. You're going to start with your Peppermint brush or your 6B pencil and start sketching out your design lightly. I sometimes like to change the streamline and stabilization settings just to get a smoother line. I'm going to choose this dark purple blue color and I'm going to start sketching out petals for a flower. You can see because my brush is streamlined, I get very smooth lines very easily. Then I'm going to choose a lighter purple from my color palette, and then I'm going to go to my brush set, choose the Morilla brush, and I'm going to fill in my petals. I'm then going to go and choose my eraser, and I'm just going to neaten up my edges, like so. I'm going to start darkening my shadows by choosing a darker purple, selecting my Tamar brush and working into my shadow areas. I'm now using white and my Tamar brush to accentuate the watercolor effect by working back into my flower petals. You can keep going back and working over your watercolor areas until you're happy with the final effect. Now I'm going to add some fine lines to my petals using the technical pen under the inking brush set. I'm adjusting the opacity. This is so that the lines blend in easily with the petals. With digital watercolor, as with real or traditional watercolor, I like to layer colors on top of one another because of the translucency of the medium. And so here I'm going to layer some cerise pink onto this purple, just to give the flower a little bit of depth and create interest. And now I'm going to add a stem and some loose leaves to this watercolor flower. I add a new layer so that I don't disrupt my actual flower, and I can easily edit my stem, and I'm going to use the syrup brush for this. And there you have it, a digital watercolor painting using just the standard brushes in Procreate. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your creations with me. And watch this next video on how to trace in Procreate.